very glam Valentine's Day makeup tutorial, and I think this look is so perfect for Valentine's Day. It is very pink and sparkly and glowy, so your day will think you're a complete angel. If you guys want to see how I achieve this look, please make sure to keep on watching. So for today's primer, I'm going to be using this LA Girl Pro Setting Spray. So I'm just going to be spraying this all over my face. And for foundation, I'm taking my Pure Minerals Hydro Fluid Water Serum Foundation. And then I'm going to be taking some of this and just dotting it all over my face. And to buff this all into my face, I'll be taking my Sigma Flat Kabuki brush, and this is the F80. And for concealer, I'm going to be taking my Rebecca Stella Retouch Concealer. So I'm just going to be placing some on my under eyes, and I'm going to be doing this in a triangle shape just because I really want the under eyes to be super highlighted. And I don't usually like to take it onto my forehead because I always feel like that's a little too much. And to blend this in, I'm going to be taking a damp beauty blender and just tapping it into my skin. And I'm also going to be going in and cream contouring, so I'm going to be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. Just be taking some here. And here's a tip for you guys: if you guys are going to be using these LA Girl concealers, make sure that you only place product onto the places where you're going to be working on first, because if you put it on all over your face, this does tend to set really fast. So I always recommend that you do the one area that you're going to be doing first. Now taking some on my forehead. Now that that's done, I'm going to be cleaning up this contour here and then just making lines with the concealer that we used earlier just to clean it all up. And then same thing for the bridge of my nose. I'm just going to go ahead and bake. So for that, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics powder. And with a dry beauty sponge, I'm just going to be dipping it in here and just applying it to where I highlighted my face. The excess powder that I have on my sponge, I'm going to be taking it right here in the center of my forehead, just because, how I said earlier, I don't really like for it to be too intense. So that will do it, and then we will just wait to bake. And while that is happening, we are going to be applying some bronzer onto the places where we placed the darker shade. I'll be taking my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and this is no surprise, I love it so much. And I'm going to be packing my brush with my bronzer and making sure that I get it onto every little place that's brown. Okay, so we've been baking for about 10 minutes, and now I'll be taking my Sigma Spotlight Duster F37 brush, and I'm just going to be dusting away all of the powder that we used to bake. And for blush, I'll be using this Sigma Cor de Rosa Aura powder. So I'll just be taking the same brush that we used to bronze up our face and just tap it in there. Now to prime my eyes, I'll be using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. So I'm going to be using this palette by Sigma. It's called Smoke Screen, and it has a lot of nice warm brown shades, and I think today I'll be going with this one here. For my brush, I'll be using my Sigma Tapered Blending Brush. This is the E35, so I'll just be dipping my brush into this color here. I'm just going to go right above my crease. And with the excess of my brush, I'll just be taking it onto my outer part of my eye and just make it a little bit more intense and opaque. And I'm just taking a little bit more and just dabbing it in there and just really defining the outer part of my eye. And now for the actual crease, I'll be taking this mauvey, taupey, purplish, grayish color here, and I'll be packing my brush on with that color and taking it inside my crease. And this is really just going to help the transition shade and the crease color just really blend together, and that's going to help the lid color look a lot more flawless and seamless. And I'm going to be using this Sigma blending brush. This is the E25, but it's flat, so I'm going to be using it for my actual eyelid. So I'm going to be going in with this baby pink color, and it has a little bit of shimmer into it, but it's not too much. Then with the same brush, I just cleaned it off a little, and now I'm going to be taking this little brown color here. Has a little bit more shimmer onto it, and I'm going to be running that on my lower lash line. I kind of want to intensify the outer corner of my eye and also my lower lash line, so I'll be taking this dark brown chocolatey shade down here. With my blending brush, I'll be taking that same color and just dabbing it in there, tapping off the excess and just pressing it onto the very outer part of my eye. I kind of want some more dimension and sparkle into this look, so in the very centers I'm going to be using this very pretty champagne-y pinky color, and it's from the Nude to the Bomb palette, Standoffish. So I'll be taking some of that with my finger and just placing it in the very center of my eyelid. So for today's eyeliner, I'm going to be using this gel liner by Sigma. This is the Wicked Standout Eyes, and I'll be taking their eyeliner brush. This is the Winged Liner E06. I never use gel liner, so this is going to be really, really intense for me, so let's just hope that I don't fail. So I finished my liner, and I also applied some falsies, and these are the Red Cherry number 82s, and I love these because they're so full and plush. And to blend both my lashes together, I'll be taking my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And when I apply mascara onto my lashes, I always make sure that I only apply it onto the root just to blend both lashes together, because I don't want to fully gunk up my lashes so I can reuse them more often. So I just go from the root and blink a little. Now for lips, I'm going to be lining them with this ColourPop Lippy Pencil, and this is in the shade Oh Snap. And now to fill in my lips, I'll be taking this Sigma lipstick in the shade In Spades Power Stick. And now I'm going to be highlighting, which is my favorite part, and this is my MAC Oh Darling limited edition highlighter, and so it looks like this, and I really want an intense highlight, so what I'm going to be using is the spray that I used earlier as a primer and my brush. Just going to spritz it on the brush here, and then I'm going to go ahead and dip it into my highlighter. And then I'm just going to be highlighting the tops of my cheekbones. This is my completed Valentine's Day makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I will see you guys next time.